Okay, rather than let that whole 10.5 minute video slash song play out, I figured, well, I'm here, I'm ready, let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, Eric, that is the true final boss theme from AU Senki: The World Conquest. I posted a lot of the OST, especially the battle themes from that series, on my YouTube channel, and it is a damn good game. That's the best I can say about it. Let's go ahead and get the game started. Now, this was originally going to be a blind run. Unfortunately, my little test file, as you'll see, I did about half the game. So, I'm just going to start from the beginning, playing easy, because again, this is just a casual run. I'm probably not going to say too much. This isn't a Let's Play. It's all fun and games. Metroids. Numerous incidents in the past have brought to light the highly destructive power of these life forms, spreading fear across all known planetary systems. This cutscene is skip a while, eh? Hoping to secure peace in the galaxy, the Galactic Federation orders the extermination of the Metroid species. I was the best candidate for the job, and this is totally not a Samus voice. Once again, I find myself standing alone against the Metroid menace. What horrors await me within the depths of their homeworld. Now, this really is not good for Samus, because you start off the game, you're expecting to go up against Metroids, and you don't have an ice beam. If you run into any larval Metroids, you're instantly dead. Nice of the game to start us off outside of our ship, but the controls on this are very much like they are in Zero Mission, with a couple of extra things. If you push the jump button next to some short ledges, you'll automatically climb. You can aim up and down with, I'm just going to say L and ZL. I'm actually using an Xbox controller, but I'm used to the Wii U button layout. And I think one of the handiest buttons they put in this, Instant Morph Ball. And that is ZR. But since I'm obsessive compulsive and will probably fill out the entire map over the course of the game, I'll try and limit some areas to backtracking. Especially coming back here to the ship, because I need at least a space jump for that. But again, this is going to be 100% run, and I mean 100% run. Samus can shoot out the block, but now if you go right, you'll be blocked off by lava, and that's the main obstacle in this game. Is you're blocked off by a sea of lava that will lower after you clear all the Metroids in an area. There's basically the central hub area and about 8 or 9 sub areas throughout the game. The vacation's going nice. I've been trying to get through a lot of games at once. They're all long and slow going, so I don't know if I'll finish anything before the end of the week. I'm trying to finish Shadow Hearts 2 for my gaming goal, but I'm not even a third of the way through the game. I'm 10 hours in. And of course, Ace Attorney 6 came out. I've been trying to platinum Project Diva X. It's a lot of slow going. But Project Diva X it's a good game, but it's probably the worst Project Diva game they've released here. It has MMO levels of grinding, and it's just killing the fun factor to 100% it. But here's our first Metroid. Unfortunately, we don't need an ice beam with just missiles. Here we have our first Alpha Metroid. It takes 6 missiles to kill. You have to hit them on the fleshy underside. So the best thing to do is just try and get under them. You can't hit them on a horizontal level, you just have to have good timing. Okay, that one took less than 6. Ones later on will take at least 6. But if you see these basically Metroid shells, that's your indication you're going to have to fight one. And my Metroid counter is at 0. Earthquake is happening, the lava's lowering. And just a nice little log entry on the earthquakes. I'm not going to read these out loud. The log entries are basically about the bosses, the Metroids, and new areas. That can give you hints on how to fight them, and sometimes what they'll have to do. Each area is It's basically get all the power-ups, fight all the Metroids, move on. And for the most part, the power-ups are pretty obvious on where they are, whereas the Metroids are a little more scattered out. And enjoy this awesome, you can call it the overworld theme of this game. It's one of the few things carried over directly from the original. And in essence, I have to say this in the beginning, Metroid 2 is definitely the Metroid game that deserved to be remade after the original. The Game Boy version is not bad, but compared to other Metroid games, it is just bland. Again, the limitations of the Game Boy are the primary reason. And while it does have some good themes, it's also pretty lax in the music department overall. Make sure I get all the squares in there. The nice thing is the game is programmed. If you don't need a power-up, you won't drop it. So guys drop leeches constantly until you destroy them. Now again, I've done about half the game, and I have watched some videos on what the bosses were and how to fight them. So if I look like I know what I'm doing on bosses, that's why. But for the most part, it's just going to be getting to where I was before, and then moving on from there. These are quite 4 Metroids in the area. Plenty of power-ups to go for first. Get the Now, if you decide to play 2D Metroid games, definitely start with Zero Mission, and then this one, if you can get a hold of it. I'm not distributing it, but it's not hard to find either. And then Super Metroid, and then Fusion, just to play in order. All the Metroids are actually further down, so we want to go up. If you need to grind for health for whatever reason, these guys are very plentiful and spawning. Kind of a holdover from the first game. They'll chase you until you exit the screen. Another new log entries is the Golden Temple. Chozo Ruins, basically. And I could go there, I could wall jump up here. But it's a better idea to come in here first. I'm good on saving. Because while you can go up and around and get other power-ups, the best place to go is in here first. And these little wall sentries are just amazing. You can kill them. Everywhere in here. Take them out. And our morph ball bombs. These will come in handy for the whole game. And the nice thing is, you're not really limited to setting 3 at once like you are on Super Metroid. Along with our first missile tank. So you can skip the fanfare. But we'll never hear it again from Missile Tank. Now we have the bombs, we can destroy those. And make our way up. Just explore the whole temple. Another reason you want the bombs is to take this area out. Little hidden room here. If you shoot that, which is really a little hidden, that will raise that block. We got our first energy tank. One of the most welcome items you can get in any Metroid game. And I honestly don't know what this thing does, if it has a purpose. Oh, I didn't know about that door. I'll try to remember for later. Okay, here's the passage I was thinking of. You just circumvent all these guys. Come in here. And our charge beam. is actually where the first ice beam was in the original version of the game. We don't get the ice beam until much later in this one. Got the charge beam. Basically fires a powered up shot. It will draw power-ups for you. Super handy, especially in crowded areas. And another little trick is if you charge up and go to one ball, you drop a series of bombs, which are very handy if you're coming from a high area and there are enemies below you. You can just rain death from above. I guess that little circular panel thing is a warp zone. I've heard that those open up late in the game. We'll make our way forward. Here's a hidden missile tank. It's right in the background. Another missile tank. And a third missile tank. Now, the game is very generous with missiles early on, because you do need them. There are plenty of times where you're going to be fighting a bunch of Metroids in a row, and you'll have to backtrack to a save point or to a room full of enemies to restock your ammo. Because the Metroids get very, very tricky as the game progresses. They know what they're up against, and they aren't going to make it easy job of shooting them. Okay, I don't want to come this way quite yet. There's one more. Got another missile tank. There's another great block there. With a second energy tank. So you want to shoot all three of these in succession. There we go. That opens with that energy tank. First, more missiles. I can't quite do the HC Bailey inflection. Second energy tank. I think you'll have about 4 or 6 before you reach the halfway point. There are only 8 in the game. Back this way. Got another Metroid to face off against. Have to save it a little bit, I'm going to do so. The save points will automatically refill your energy and ammo. Come down in here. Nice little power up. This is the Spider Ball. It was first introduced in Metroid 2. And yeah, that little... I missed the little exit from the room inside the temple. I'm going to go back in. Showcase that really quick. And the Spider Ball is useful at the start, but then I just kind of forgot about it for a while. Until there's a little puzzle later on that requires a Spider Ball. It took me a few minutes to realize, oh wait, the Spider Ball is still a thing. Take a second look. That's right, it's got this little entrance as well. Let's do it this way. I think I came back here. See, obsession compulsive, it works! Even though you can't get the Spider Ball from here, I wouldn't miss that missile tank otherwise. Guys from health power. Let's go back to where we were. We can't find anything in there. Let's make our way up. Spider Ball's also slow going. If I could wall jump, I would do that. Spikes in the room and an Alpha Metroid. Now, in the original Game Boy version, if you don't know a Metroid is coming, they make a very good jump scare just because of the way the music works. down 3 to go. Now there's one other thing to do along here. I need to climb all the way across the top of the area. This is actually easier once you get the space jump, but it's still quite possible here. Had to dodge a couple of enemies, they're not hard. Timing, but he won't hit you on that side. And for our efforts, we get another missile tank. That means we're done with the Golden Temple. We're down the rest of those Metroids. They're all back where I said we had to go. Medusa heads. It's a bit of an exchange because Medusa heads usually die in 1 hit. I keep getting the buttons myself for this more power range now. I'll just let you live. Come back along here. Play a balance game between these two guys. And even if you tried to, well, never mind. I was thinking it was a different area. Coming here? Well, okay, even if you came in here first, you still couldn't get through it. Simply because you need the bombs. And the game is actually pretty good about saying, hey, get all your power-ups, because we aren't going to let you fight the Metroids without them. Something to get around here. Such is not the case. Another quick environment update. This is the breeding grounds. It's mostly warning you about the little tendrils on the ground there. They will slowly damage you over time. Just want to avoid those. And another Metroid right here. In this area, they're both further in. And for the most part, when fighting Metroids in the original version of the game, they're just in the same empty rooms as everywhere else. This one adds a lot of environmental hazards to make it more interesting. And that Metroid counter in the corner, you can either set it to local or global, so you can have a good idea of how many you have left per area. Definitely better set it to local. You may notice this guy's a little fast. He has a little air dodge. Watching Samus play Smash Brothers. You may notice he's got little legs now. So I guess that gives him his air dodging abilities. That's still not good enough. Yeah, this is an excellent remake. One more. That went quite well. Now, when fighting Metroids, I'll usually last in the concentration mode. Because they are tricky little buggers. And there's our next earthquake telling us, hey, we're done in this area. Up, circumvent these guys. And make our way back out. However, we're not quite done here yet, because surprise boss time! You can only hurt this guy when he's gold. And what's the size here? Depending on what color his eyes flash, will show what your attack is about to do. Blue and yellow get out of the way. Purple and orange purple and green just duck. flows all the way, so you're not on a timer or anything. And there's actually something up here. With a little good time, you can get up here without the high jump boots. And this is a little tricky jump. A little tricky set of jumps. There we go. Let's do this. And that door requires a power bomb, so there's nothing I can do about it for now. Legitimately, I'm not talking like Old Gamer 1 here.